Imagine waking up one day reaching for your phone and finding no service. That's exactly what happened to tens of thousands across the US on February 22, 2024, when AT&T experienced a major service outage. Suddenly the world seemed to pause. The bustling cities of New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and many more became islands of silence in the sea of communication. The immediate impact was palpable, as everyday communication ground to a halt. No calls to check in on loved ones, no messages to coordinate meetings or share news, no emails to keep the wheels of commerce turning. But it was more than just an interruption of our daily chatter. Essential services, so deeply intertwined with our communication networks, were also disrupted. Banks struggled to process transactions, hospitals found their telemedicine services compromised, and even emergency responders faced challenges in coordinating their efforts. The outage laid bare the vulnerabilities of our modern world, where the rhythm of life is dictated not by the ticking of a clock, but by the pulsing of data through our networks. In the face of such disruption, we were forced to confront a deeply unsettling reality. Our cities, our services, our very lives are built on the foundation of these networks. They are the invisible threads that weave the fabric of our society. And when one thread snaps, the entire fabric can come undone. As the hours ticked by, the outage continued to ripple across the nation, a silent echo of our interconnectedness. What started as a technical glitch quickly morphed into a national concern, raising questions about the robustness of our communication infrastructure and the resilience of our society in the face of such challenges. The AT&T service outage was not merely an inconvenience, it was a stark reminder of our dependence on modern communication networks. It was a wake-up call, a signal from the heart of our digital world, reminding us of the critical importance of these networks and the need for constant vigilance and proactive measures to ensure their reliability. Because in our interconnected world, a single point of failure can have far-reaching consequences. The AT&T outage quickly escalated into a national concern, prompting an investigation by the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and the Federal Communications Commission. This wasn't just a minor hiccup on the radar of telecommunications. This was a full-blown issue that had the potential to disrupt the flow of communication across the country. The reason the situation was taken so seriously is simple. We're living in a world that's more connected than ever before. Every text message you send, every call you make, every video you stream, it all hinges on the robustness of our communication networks. So when one of the biggest players in the telecom industry experiences an outage, it's not just a problem for the company, it's a problem for everyone. But here's the kicker. In the immediate aftermath of the outage, there was no clear evidence pointing towards a cybersecurity incident. No smoking gun, no digital fingerprints. This lack of evidence made the situation even more critical. It wasn't just about finding out what went wrong, it was about understanding why it went wrong, how it went wrong, and how to prevent it from happening again. These questions spurred the involvement of federal authorities. This wasn't just a simple case of a company experiencing a technical glitch. No, it was a matter of national interest. The Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and the FCC all rolled up their sleeves and got down to the nitty-gritty of the situation. Their goal? To understand the root cause of the outage and to ensure that our communication networks remain robust and resilient. And while the investigation was underway, everyone else was left in the lurch, waiting for answers. Businesses, emergency services, everyday folks, everyone was left wondering, could this happen again? And if so, are we prepared? The federal involvement underscores the critical importance of robust and resilient communication networks. It's a reminder that in our interconnected world, a single hiccup in the network can ripple out and cause widespread disruption. It's a wake-up call that we need to ensure our networks are not just robust, but also resilient. Because in today's world, reliable communication isn't just a convenience, it's a necessity. Despite the widespread disruption, AT&T was able to restore service swiftly and issue apologies. This quick response was not only a testament to their technical prowess, but also a demonstration of the company's commitment to their consumers. However, this incident has thrown light on a much larger issue at hand, the need to continuously improve infrastructure resilience and to develop robust contingency plans. In an era where we are more connected than ever before, the reliability of our communication networks is paramount. The AT&T outage served as a stark reminder of how vulnerable we can be when these networks falter even momentarily. It emphasized that our dependence on these technologies extends beyond everyday communication to essential services and emergency responses. AT&T's reaction to the situation was commendable. They not only restored the service swiftly, but also took full responsibility for the disruption, issuing apologies to those affected. But an apology, while appreciated, is not a solution. It's like a band-aid on a wound that requires stitches. It temporarily covers the problem, but doesn't really fix it. The need of the hour is to focus on the continuous improvement of infrastructure resilience. This means investing in technologies and strategies that can help prevent such incidents in the future, or at least minimize their impact. It means developing robust contingency plans that can be swiftly implemented when an outage occurs. Moreover, the outage has underscored the importance of having diverse networks. As we saw, while AT&T users were left in the lurch, those on Verizon and T-Mobile experienced minimal to no disruptions. This differential impact suggests that some networks have already implemented more effective resilience strategies and infrastructure configurations, offering valuable lessons for the industry. In conclusion, AT&T's response is a clear indicator of the need for more effective resilience strategies. It's a wake-up call for all players in the communication industry. It's time to step up, to learn, to improve, and to ensure that our communication networks are as robust and reliable as they can be. Interestingly, while AT&T customers were left disconnected, Verizon and T-Mobile users experienced minimal to no outages. This differential impact tells a story of its own, shedding light on the varying resilience strategies and infrastructure configurations across networks. Let's consider this. If you're on a Verizon or T-Mobile network, you might have barely noticed a blip, while your AT&T using friends were grappling to get a bar of signal. This contrast isn't just an accident or luck of the draw, it suggests that different networks have different strategies in place for dealing with potential outages. Perhaps it's a matter of more effective resilience strategies. Resilience in a network isn't just about how quickly you can bounce back after an outage, it's about how you can keep the outage from happening in the first place, or at least minimize its impact. This might involve diverse routing paths, redundancies in critical system components, or advanced warning systems to detect potential disruptions. Alternatively, it could be a case of superior infrastructure configurations. The design and setup of a company's network infrastructure can significantly influence its ability to withstand disruptions. This might include the physical layout of network components, the resources allocated to maintaining and updating these components, and the extent to which the network can adapt to changing demands or conditions. But here's the crux of the matter. It's not about pointing fingers or declaring one network superior to another. It's about understanding these differences, learning from them, and using this knowledge to improve. After all, when it comes to communication networks, we're all in this together. The better each network performs, the better off we all are. The AT&T outage wasn't just a wake-up call for AT&T, it was a wake-up call for every network. A reminder that there's always room for improvement, and that being prepared for potential disruptions is not just an option, but a necessity. In the end, the differential impact offers valuable lessons for the industry as a whole. It's a chance to reflect, learn, and strive for a future where outages like this become a thing of the past. The AT&T service outage emphasizes the urgent need for reliable communication networks. And doesn't it just? Any disruption to our networks can cause far-reaching consequences, far beyond the simple inconvenience of being unable to send a text or make a call. Consider this, our entire lives are wrapped up in these networks. They're not just about staying connected with friends and family anymore. They're about doing business, accessing education, and even reaching out to emergency services. They're about staying informed, expressing ourselves, and engaging with the world around us. They are, in essence, the lifeblood of our modern society. When these networks fail, it's not just our social lives that take a hit. Businesses can lose money and credibility, students can miss out on vital learning opportunities, and in the direst of circumstances, lives can even be put at risk when emergency services can't be reached. The AT&T outage was a wake-up call. It highlighted our vulnerabilities and exposed the weaknesses in our systems. But more than that, it underscored the absolute necessity for robust, resilient networks that can withstand disruptions and bounce back swiftly. It's commendable that AT&T was able to restore service and issue apologies swiftly, but it's also a stark reminder that we need ongoing improvements to our infrastructure. we need more robust contingency plans to mitigate the effects of such outages in the future. And let's not forget the differential impact on various networks. Verizon and T-Mobile experienced minimal to no outages, suggesting that some networks have implemented more effective resilience strategies or infrastructure configurations. There are valuable lessons here for the industry as a whole. So, yes, the AT&T service outage emphasizes the urgent need for reliable communication networks, but it also highlights the importance of adaptability, resilience, and constant improvement. After all, our networks are not just about technology, they're about people, about society, about our way of life. The incident is a stark reminder of the importance of proactive measures to enhance network resilience. And it's a call to action for us all to ensure that our networks are as reliable, as resilient, and as robust as they can possibly be. In the wake of the AT&T outage, it's clear that more needs to be done to ensure the reliability of our communication networks. This incident, while disruptive and concerning, shines a light on the need for a deeper understanding of cybersecurity, network resilience, and emergency communication strategies. These are not just buzzwords in the tech industry, but essential principles that underpin the robustness of our communication networks. Let's take cybersecurity for instance. You might think it's all about protecting data from hackers, and you're not wrong, but it's also about safeguarding the very infrastructure that carries our data. A cyber attack on a communication network can be just as devastating, if not more so, than a physical attack. That's why understanding cybersecurity is crucial to ensuring network reliability. Now consider network resilience. This is the ability of a network to maintain its service levels in the face of faults and challenges. It's about designing and building networks that can withstand not just cyber attacks, but also physical disasters and hardware failures. The differential impact of the AT&T outage, where some networks fared better than others, underlines the importance of investing in network resilience. Last but not least, we have emergency communication strategies. These are the plans we put in place to ensure that, even in the worst of times, we can still communicate. Whether it's alternative communication routes, backup systems, or rapid response teams, these strategies play a key role in minimizing the impact of outages. By delving into these resources and understanding these principles, we can gain deeper insights into how to maintain and improve network reliability. But it's not just about the tech industry. These principles apply to all of us. They help us understand the world we live in, the technologies we depend on, and the challenges we might face. Understanding these principles not only contributes to personal knowledge growth, but also prepares us to better navigate the complexities of today's interconnected world. The AT&T service outage was a wake-up call for many, highlighting the vulnerabilities in our communication networks. This incident, which affected tens of thousands across the United States, served as a stark reminder of how interconnected our lives have become and how dependent we are on these networks, not just for everyday communication, but also for essential services and emergency responses. The swift federal investigation involving the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and the FCC underscores the seriousness of the situation. It's clear that understanding what caused the outage, particularly in the absence of immediate evidence pointing towards a cybersecurity incident, is of paramount importance. The rapid restoration of service and issuance of apologies by AT&T is commendable. Yet, it also serves as a reminder of the need for ongoing improvements to infrastructure resilience and the development of more robust contingency plans. The differential impact on various networks, with Verizon and T-Mobile experiencing minimal to no outages, suggests that some networks have implemented more effective resilience strategies or infrastructure configurations. This offers valuable lessons for the industry as a whole. The recent outage emphasizes the importance of reliable communication networks, especially given the integral role these networks play in our lives. It's a stark reminder of the potential consequences of network failures and the importance of proactive measures to enhance network resilience. To navigate this interconnected world, it's beneficial to delve into materials on cybersecurity, network resilience, and emergency communication strategies. Understanding these principles not only contributes to personal knowledge growth, but also prepares individuals and organizations to better face and navigate the complexities of today's interconnected world. As we've seen, network failures can have far-reaching consequences. It's up to us to learn from these incidents and take proactive measures to enhance network resilience. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the AT&T service outage. As we've seen, this incident has shed light on the critical importance of cybersecurity, network resilience, and effective emergency communication strategies. In a world where we're so interconnected, understanding these principles is more than just a curious endeavor. It's a necessity. We encourage you to delve deeper into these topics. Read about them, discuss them, ask questions. In doing so, you're not just expanding your knowledge, you're also preparing yourself and potentially your organizations to better navigate the complexities of our digital age. If you found this video enlightening, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss our future videos on similar topics. Remember, understanding these principles can prepare us for the future and make us less vulnerable to network disruptions. Stay connected, stay informed, and stay safe.